Fans calling for Louisville football coach Steve Cragthorpe to be fired after this season will not get their wish. Athletic Director Tom George told me this afternoon, even if the Cards lose their remaining 2 games to end the season 5-7, Cragthorpe will return as coach if he wants to. Criticism of Coach Cragthorpe has grown with each loss, and now the team is in the midst of a 3-game losing streak. George says he's totally behind the coach.
Nobody wants to win in this school more than I do. I mean, there's no question about that. And, I made a comment about the Orange Bowl. I want to go to the Orange Bowl every week myself. I mean, that's what we all strive for. It was a great experience, but it takes a lot of work, and it's not going to happen every week. I want to make sure that we remain patient and we're deliberate and keep going. Our numbers are down. There's nowhere to hide it. There's nowhere to sugarcoat it. There's zero spin involved. It's just that's what it is. Our numbers are what they are, and we just got to continue to recruit. We have to get quality, but we have to get great character, and I think that's something that they really tried to identify.
Now, on our website, WHAS11.com, we've been asking your thoughts. Is Coach Cragthorpe to blame for the Cards' struggles? Here are some of the comments. One viewer says, I think part, but certainly not all of the blame falls on him. In the end, I think that most U of L fans will think he has done good things for our program, end quote. Another fan goes on to write, Cragthorpe's job is to have the players ready come game day. If they look unprepared and lack focus and motivation, it's ultimately his responsibility. Plain and simple, the players are not getting it done, and that's a sign of poor coaching, end quote. Now, to see the entire Tom George interview and to leave your thoughts on the state of the Cardinal football program, just go to WHAS11.com. You can vote on if you think Coach K is to blame. You can also read my blog on what I think George should do from here on out and where the Cards go from here. Plus, you can also comment on the sudden departure of sports talk radio station 93.9 The Ticket. It's all on WHAS11.com. The Louisville women's basketball team is getting some help from a volleyball player. Freshman Gwen Rucker is joining the team after the volleyball season ends. She's been called on to help now that center Shantice Wright is out for the season with a knee injury. Recently, I had a chance to ask her about playing basketball for the Cards. Family back home in Lexington. Now you're about to be playing for a top 10 women's basketball team. What are they saying about that?
They like to brag about it. They tell all the neighbors. Yeah, it's like my next door neighbor sends me messages and he's like, oh, I hear you're big time and all this stuff. And I'm like, not at all, not close.
Meanwhile, the HS Game Time Game of the Week is a big matchup between 2 teams with a total of 3 losses between them. 2 really good teams. John Hardin is 10-1. Oldham County is 9-2 this Friday night at 7:30. They hook up in the HS Game Time Game of the Week. Here's how the final results shook down. You see that game had 50% of the vote. It's the second round of the Kentucky High School playoffs this Friday, and we'll be live at Oldham County beginning at 5 and have live reports also at 6 o'clock, guys, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock on HS Game Time. The playoffs getting down to the nitty-gritty now. The cream really rising to the top.
All right, and Monty is counting down when we're going to see snow.